Toxic positivity. Is that you have you heard of that before? It's a quite a new one for me, but it is such a thing and it is real and it's starting to affect more and more people. So what is toxic positivity? It's really when life is that positive, when somebody is in a place where they're feeling so positive and they're maybe not even acknowledging their own emotions, because obviously different emotions still have to go through your body. We're all human. So maybe for one it's when we're not acknowledging our own emotions. Also it could be when you're not acknowledging the emotions of someone who's sharing it with you. When did I come across toxic positivity and how does it sit with me? Over 6 years ago, when I started a new business, I was opened up to the world of personal development mindset, and it has transformed my life completely significantly. And I absolutely love everything positivity. I would be a very optimistic person. I can see the good before I see anything else. And so, this is something I really wanted to share this evening because even though I was really blown away by this whole mindset, this whole positivity, what I realized, because I got so enticed in it, because I got so involved in it, I was really struggling to acknowledge emotions of another person. I was saying, for example, if someone was having a hard time, I was saying, maybe, and this is a true saying, the saying goes around all the time, put your problems on the wall and I'm sure you'll take your own down first again. If everybody put the problems up on a wall, I'm sure you would take your own back down first again. And that's a good quote and one that we'd hear often. But at the same time, when somebody's going through a really, really tough time, they might not want to hear that they're going to be okay again because they can't see what you can see. So is it really supporting them? So for me, the way I see it now is on one end of the spectrum, do you have do people that aren't practicing any mindset whatsoever? They haven't experienced it yet, they haven't seen self-development, personal development, and it's a beautiful, beautiful world when you come into it. And then in the middle of that scales, you have a balance where you really bring a mindset into your life, you're bringing this positive, optimistic attitude into your life, you're working past different hurdles, you allow the body to go through times throughout the month where it's a bit more, maybe not as more energy as some times of the month, and you really, really work with that. But then we have the other end of the spectrum up there, and that's where it's toxic positivity, and whereby you're not allowed to feel sad, you're not allowed to feel mad, you're not allowed to cry, and people think there's something wrong with them if they're not being very positive, and that's not the way we're built as humans, so it's not normal either. So I'm really passionate to share this one with you all. And really, I believe that no matter how dire or difficult a situation would be, we need to maintain that positive mindset, and that's what we really, when we speak about toxic positivity, when it's a real dire situation, then sometimes people need to be heard. People need someone to listen to, and if you are operating in that toxic positivity, it's the same if you're operating in no mindset. There's a huge balance here. So I want to be very clear in the way I'm saying this. So if you're operating from toxic positivity and you're trying to comfort somebody, then they're going to actually think that, what is wrong with me? Why am I not getting this? And then if you're operating or speaking to somebody who's not practicing any mindset, then maybe they haven't got the skills to help you either. So it's always about this balance of being in the middle. And I want to give you some examples of what would be toxic positivity versus genuine optimism. And I really, really love this one. And it says, toxic positivity is being negative won't help you. So if you're speaking to someone and maybe they're suffering with anxiety or depression or a mental health illness, and you say to them, being negative won't help you, that is not going to help that person. They're not in the mindset to hear that. It's important to let it out, and I can help you. That's what it is about, to have that genuine optimism. And that's what it's about, for someone to feel that you're hearing what they want to say. A second one of toxic positivity, and I can hold my hand up. I've done this one before, and I do like this. I like the good vibes, and I do like that because I believe that when we're in our community and tribes, there is a lot of good vibes. But sometimes, it can be deemed as toxic positivity, good vibes only, and really what we need to be getting other people to hear that maybe is not feeling in that zone is that, do you know what, I love you no matter what emotions you're going through. I still love you, and it's really important that people can hear that as well. I hope you get in the drift of where I'm going here. And toxic positivity, this is a big one, and this is one that I struggled in, and I struggled to get why people couldn't get over things, because I was so deep into the whole mindset for the first time in my life, the whole positivity. I was deep in it, and it was like, you'll get over it, you'll get over it. I was like, whoa, do you know, if someone's going through a really difficult time, you're like, you'll get over it. Do you know, it's not a nice thing for someone to hear. So let's look at, again, genuine optimism would be that you are so resilient. You are resilient in life, and your strengths will get you through it. You've maybe had something before, you've come through it, and you will come through it again. It's being very careful with our words when somebody really is reaching out for help. Another one is that, here's a common one now, guys. Do we speak about this? Is so relevant at the moment because look, what's the reality? People in our own home country here has got lots of different challenges going on tonight in their lives, and lots of different problems, and lots of different mental health illnesses and addictions, and lots of different things going on. And then you turn on the news and we're looking at, children who are dying of cancer trying to escape from a war zone country. So it is the reality, but it's also important to know that some people the toxic positivity. If you're hearing, oh, somebody's out there is a lot worse than you, we know that. But if you're feeling depressed and you're feeling anxious and you're feeling like the world's on top of you, is that going to help you? No, definitely not. So we need again to look towards this genuine optimism. And it is, for example, you're not alone and there's support out there for you. You're not alone in what you're going through, and there is support, because your problem that you're facing could be huge as well to you, but just maybe not huge to the person that you're sharing it with. So another really important one. Here's one I'm thinking, oh my goodness, because this is one that I actually train and teach on. And it says, crying, what does it say? Yeah, smile. Crying's not going to help you. Like, our body is built to form tears and to have a cry. When we have a cry, we release negativity. So having a cry maybe once or twice throughout the month, you're allowing the body to release, and you're being told not to cry. Like, how wrong is that? Even for our children, that's how they express their emotions. So if you're crying on a regular basis, I say reach out for help. But if it's once, twice a month, it's actually good for the body to let go of that. And it's normal. So how do we look at saying the genuine optimism for that? It's okay to cry. As long as it's not on a very regular basis, it is okay to cry. And the last one I have here, just stay positive. You're going through a real crap time and someone says to you, just stay positive. No, it doesn't work like that, because people don't need to hear that, because they can't hear that. They can't hear that. What they hear would be very different to that. So what is our flip on that? Things are tough right now. Do you want to talk about it? Okay, so it's having that skill. As much as I adore positivity, and I see myself as being a very optimistic person. I always see the good in life. I see the good in people before I see anything else. But it's around, also having the ability to see what other people's going through and to feel their feelings as well. Even though you're a really positive person, you're practicing mindset, that's fantastic. But the other person that's dealing with the problems may never have seen this before. So it's really important that we tune down to where they are and hear them and feel what they're feeling and have that empathy about us as well. It's so important. And I've left it here to finish off with, be more self-compassionate. Yes, study your mindset is life-changing. You discover yourself. You do so much work on your inner self. It's life-changing. Yes, try and have a more optimistic approach in life. It makes life just a little bit easier for everybody. But try and practice some more self-compassion for yourself. Have hope. Do have hope for what you're going through, that storms pass. And as hard as it can be in the current time, if you are going through it at the moment, Storms will pass. And at one point, you'll look back and you'll think, well, do you know what? I actually got through that very well. And each time you're going through that difficult situation, what you're doing as an individual is that you're building up your level of resilience, which is so, so important for you. So have a lovely evening, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon.